Thank you. Thank you so much.
Driving in my car, headlights shining in the street. I feel like an animal that breaks the chains and goes running through the alleys in the heat. I'm going out of my mind, out of my mind and out of my skin. I'm in the shadows, I'm in the shadows again. Racing through the city at night, my head is starting to pound. Just outside the city limits, howling at me like a shift dog on the prowl, and I wanna let him out. Out of my head and out of my skin, I'm in the shadows. I'm in the shadows. I'm in the shadows, shadows. Poison in the rain coming down, rhythm like a venom in my veins. Can't see the needle on the numbers on the dash, speeding alongside the train. Wanna hear you say my name. I'm out of my mind and out of my skin. I'm in the shadows. I'm in the shadows. I'm in the shadows. Shadows, shadows. Yeah. eyebrows are shaking in the dark. I'm wearing a rosary around my neck. My skin burns, it's leaving a mark. Somebody lied. Yeah, well, you can run, but you can't hide. I'm in the shadows. 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 I'm in the shadows.
Welcome to Clear World Radio, everybody. My name's Nodle. Over there behind the glass, behind the cat, that's Des.
Hi.
Des is working all the boards, so you can blame her for all the technical issues.
Oh, please.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
joking.
yeah, yeah.
I'm joking. It has been a month, so of course we're going to be a little rusty at things.
I figured it out.
Yes. I just want to say, it's good to be back. It's very good to be back. A lot of personal stuff going on. My band has been very busy. A lot of other personal stuff I'm not going to talk about here, but it's nice because now we have quite a few things to talk about. There's been quite a few really good horror films released recently that I'd like to point out, and obviously we're going to be discussing the new Exorcist film, Believer, tonight, as Des, Abe, myself, and my girlfriend Tracy. We both went to see it in 40X, so it was basically like a roller coaster of a movie. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Exactly.
I haven't experienced anything like that since like Disney World for the Honey I Shrunk the Kids thing when I was a child. Like they had it was like a rudimentary version back then though. They had like strings underneath the seats and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well,
But this is all like technology and like just crazy. But before that, before we get too far into that,
yeah.
we've got some weird news. Weird news.
Weird news.
Clearly,
Okay.
clearly spooky news, as we say around these parts.
Are you ready to screen share?
Yes, one moment. Let me get off of X.
TV.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. Oh, and also news.
Ha ha ha, there we are. Getting back into the swing of it, everybody. There we go. Getting right back into it. All right, so everybody hates spiders. Only very strange people love spiders, in in my experience,
Oh,
at least.
I love
So
spiders.
we'll see. There we go. That just proves my fucking point right there. Des loves them. They're fucking crazy. I
Okay.
told you.
Yep.
Told you.
True.
But
Confirmed.
if you can see what's on the screen right now, Des, I think this will even bother you. Why
Okay.
scientists are reanimating spider corpses for research? Thoughts?
Um, why?
Yeah, right? So, first of all, before I even get into the story, I just want to say, why are we bringing things back to life?
Yeah, I thought we weren't gonna do that.
Have we not learned from any horror film, from any zombie material, Serpent and the Rainbow back in the day, like voodoo stuff? Like, have we not learned that necromancy is not something that we should be tackling as a species? It
Apparently
just
not. So, what's the research?
all right. So a gentleman, I think it's a gentleman, Faye Yap. Okay, that might be a. Is that a lady? Okay,
Yep.
yeah, that's the lady. Okay, Dr. Faye Yap and Daniel Preston are to thank for this. Yap is a mechanical engineering PhD student in Preston's lab at Rice University, where she co authored a paper on reanimating spider corpses to create grippers, or tiny machines used to pick up and put down delicate objects. Yap and Preston dubbed this use of biotic, sorry, fucking idiot, biotic materials for robotic parts, necrobotics, and think this technique could one day become a cheap green addition to the field, all in the name of saving the planet.
It's like a crane game.
Yeah, literally. Like
Oh
they
my
turn these
god!
things into the crane game. They can pick up other spiders with them.
I just
So
got the craziest goblin idea.
I this is like a nightmare for me. Like just watching this over and over again is just like it's so unnatural the way their fucking legs move. I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's so weird. But so okay. It all started when Yap noticed dead spiders curled up in the corners of the lab one day. Why did they die on their backs with their legs curled in? The question led her down a classic spiral of scientific curiosity. Quote, we did a really quick search online, and we found that spiders do not have antagonistic muscle pairs. Instead, they rely on flexor muscles to curl their legs inward toward their body and hydraulic pressure to extend their legs outward.
Oh
So they're
yeah.
basically
Yeah.
tiny
That's
machines.
what in chat here, Sean Disheveled, our buddy, says because spiders don't move with muscles, they move via blood flow.
Yes. It says
So
something about that a little bit
yeah.
later, actually. There you go, Sean.
They're
Appreciate that,
animating the
brother.
muscle joints rather.
Yes. They focus on soft robotics at this lab. So they
Soft
saw this
robotics.
as basically exactly like you mentioned, a claw-like device. But instead of our classic metal claw from our favorite machines from kids, when we were kids, they used it for
Yeah.
something a little darker, a spider corpse. So, when they die, their muscles tense up. So,
That's really
quote, when the
cool.
spider, right? When the spider is alive, it can actively control the valves in each leg too, so that it can have this walking motion. But when it dies, it loses the control over these
Oh,
valves.
oh.
So she wondered if she could reimpose control over the spider legs using compressed air. So, oh God, it's like being in a garage, and instead of somebody hooking up
Yeah.
an air compressor, they're hooking up dead spiders. Gotta love it.
Huh.
It's interesting.
About
And
spiders is that
so
they actually don't
there's a little video here. So let's see a little bit of
have
this.
Okay.
antagonistic muscle pairs. So in a human, we have our biceps and our triceps. They work to both flex and then
Yes.
extend the elbow joint. When you
Okay.
think about spiders, they have flexor muscles.
So
that will
this is
bring their
basically
joints.
what we read already, just being explained in video form. So
And
skip ahead a little bit.
So because of
There we
that,
go.
when they die, that's why you see spiders curled up. But at the same time,
Okay.
that means that we can use
Could
hydraulic
like pick up
pressure
a piece of
when we
candy.
use the spider as the material for our gripper to take advantage of that. and
Something
extend
tiny,
all
but
its legs or joints.
I mean that's pretty cool.
We're referring to these as necrobotic
But
grippers. We're calling it necrobotics because we're using these basically dead objects, dead spiders.
they're
in
not
this
even
case.
using.
Took this
It's not even like mechanical. They're literally like hand pumping the air pressure.
It's a spider puppet.
That's crazy looking.
spider.
That's
we
so
placed in
fucking
Nodle, and
crazy.
Not knowing what was gonna happen, we kind of had like an estimate of where we wanted to place
So
the
they're like
needle,
going in
and when we
and
did
then
it,
out.
it worked the first
to
time
release.
right off the bat
Whew.
actually. And
Okay,
that
that's
was
pretty cool.
Okay.
really, like,
That's pretty cool.
is
I don't
pretty
even
cool.
know how to describe it. That
I mean, yeah. So it looks like how much have they been able to lift with these things? I think I saw that
you're probably gonna work
obviously
with something like hydraulic related, and I was like, okay.
they've been able to lift other
And then this
spiders.
is actually
Yeah.
somewhat related to like hydraulics. So when I showed her the project, she was just
That
like,
makes sense.
"This is
Little
amazing."
pieces of foam.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess technically this isn't necromancy, so to speak, but it's one step closer than I'd like to be. I'll
Yeah,
say that. That's about it.
it's definitely on the macabre side.
It's a little closer to insane than I'd like to be currently. So it doesn't look like they've come up with any sort of real life application for this yet.
Okay, me neither.
So this looks like it was just a I'm hoping
It's
it was
like,
just
look
like
what
a
we can
one-off
do.
thing. Yeah, just like a oh cool, look at what I can do with air. But I don't know. Okay. Here's a great one. Here's a great line right here. Spider corpses are also biodegradable, which Preston argues makes them better for the environment than other robot parts, which often result in e-waste.
Wow,
E-waste.
good point.
What the fuck is e-waste? I don't even know what that means. Moving on.
Well, geez.
I love this. Des, you found this.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I got it.
can you give me a oh, you want to do this one?
Yeah,
Cool.
I got a screenshot.
Perfect.
So, people might have heard this. It was like viral news that a couple on a train ride in Colorado spotted a Sasquatch from the train.
I did not hear about this.
Here's the video. There's a
When
Sasquatch.
was this? How far back? When was this?
It's just like a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah, very visible.
And
Yes.
He sits down, squatting, pop a squat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And this is from a train. You said?
From a train. It's like a little. I saw another video of it, but it was like a little, like, oh god, so much news. Like tourist train, like a little like fun train, kind of like.
Yeah.
Like a passenger train where they probably serve some food or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they took this video and they were like, whoa, it's so cool. But upon further like inspection, people noticed that he was wearing some shades, maybe.
Oh man. Always knew he was a badass. Always knew it.
Super cool, this Squatch.
Scratching out.
This is another video of of it. Close
You know,
up
if
there.
if he's real,
Pops the squat.
I hope he does. I hope he did, like, pick up a pair of shades off of someone he killed at some point. That'd be great.
You don't
Would
think he
make me
walked
so
into a
happy.
Walmart to get those?
Maybe Dollar General. I can't see Bigfoot going into Walmart.
Well,
I don't know.
maybe you can, because according to the locals who were
Oh.
asked if they've ever heard of this they were like, yeah, we've heard of a guy that dons a Bigfoot suit and walks around, mainly like around where that train can see. It's pranks. It's pranks, bro.
It's just pranks. It's all
It's just
pranks.
pranks. So this guy said, we would be in coffee shops and reading the local paper and see stories about Sasquatch sightings and laugh. We knew there was at least one guy who was playing tricks on tourists. He said he nor his buddies ever met the guy pretending to be Bigfoot or learned his name, but he heard the man dressed like the creature and timed his appearance near the train in specific spots.
So this guy like took it to another level. He's like planning out his day as Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
There's rumors that he might work at at a local place that like they have Bigfoot themed like coffee places or like an RV park or something like that.
So maybe drumming up interest for the tourist traps.
Yeah, or just bored and on the clock.
I like that. I like that even more. Just bored and on the clock. Imagine you're at work. You work at a tourist trap, and one day your boss tells you, "Look, I bought this Bigfoot suit. I need you to get out there. The train passes by at exactly 3:23. I need you here, wandering. Go." And that's what you get paid for the day. That would be great. That sounds fantastic to me. Just wandering around, confusing the ever-loving fuck out of people. It's great.
I would.
Okay, so how did they... Was it just the shades that gave him away? Was there anything else?
Well, to be honest, I don't even see the shades myself. But no, it was just talking to locals. The more they tried to look into it, the more it was ridiculous.
They couldn't keep it up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I also on this article is a map tool called Map Squatch.
Map Squatch.
Uh-huh.
I like it. I like it. All right.
Yep, which includes Bigfoot sightings, ghosts. Like we should actually be on this site.
Right.
Like on top of it. Like.
It looks like you've got some in your area. I've got I might have some in mine.
Loud vocals and footsteps. Oh.
Oh no. Oh no, is there anything? Yeah, right there. That blue one in the middle
or UFO sightings.
Whoa. Where did that say it was in South Carolina?
That was near Columbia. No, Donald, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know where that is. I've never even heard of it, but 4 of them.
Allendale County.
Heard of Allendale.
Barnwell.
Barnwell. Okay.
Yeah, 4 UFO sightings there.
Wow. So this not only keeps up with the Squatches, it keeps up with the UFOs/UAPs.
Yep.
As they're trying to refer to them now. I feel like they think that's sounds like less scary. Like UAP instead of UFO.
I think they're just trying to remix it because UFO has a certain connotation now.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just gotta remix it for the brain.
So, do you think it's like a soft reboot? So maybe trick people more into
taking it more seriously.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly what I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to. Well, did you see that? There was something
Whoa.
different right there.
What was that? Was that a ghost?
Famous grave.
Is that a ghost up there?
Yeah, there's ghosts on here. There's a werewolf. Dogman sighting.
Oh no. Where is that?
Oh,
I can't.
It just went. I have a feeling that these are just randomly generated.
Oh, there's a grid over on the left. I didn't even notice it.
Okay, here's a Dogman sighting in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, these are hella old too. This is 2015.
Ooh.
So this is just.
wonder if any of it is up to date. I wonder if anybody keeps this up to date. I would hope somebody does.
Dogman sighting. Oh my god, this is just crazy people journal. This is amazing.
This is content for weeks right here, people.
Yeah,
My God.
we'll have to do a
I
deep
can't-
dive.
Yeah, somebody put a lot of time into this. And I mean, I appreciate it. I'm not knocking it. I mean, we talk about this stuff here. How can I make fun of anyone?
Yeah.
But Dogman, I've heard Dogman before. I've heard the term. I'm not actually too familiar with any lore there. I imagine it's basically a man that looks like a dog, or a dog that looks like a man. But other than that, I have no idea where that originates from. But I like it. I like it. I'm gonna look into it more.
Yeah. Someone's having a problem with eggs in chat here. That we make friends with people that lick eggs off of walls like that's some kind of horrible, disgusting thing.
Oh, for those of you that weren't there and you didn't witness the absolute brilliance of the chug the other night, my good friend Salvo Pancakes had myself and Sin from our little CWR family here on the show to compete, and yours truly got so smashed that my set fell apart.
Yep.
Literally, like I knocked a piece of the wall out. All this came down. The camera fell at one point.
That's also going to be our excuse for the sound issues tonight.
Yep.
Paradox says everyone thinks we're freaks. Haha.
Everyone thinks us or everyone like
This
all together.
Paradox in chat. I guess everybody that Paradox knows. So him and his mom thinks we're freaks. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say.
So glad to know there's somebody wasting their time with something like that. But anyways, that was a fucking blast. That was so... I only remember the first, 45 minutes.
It was not long.
I went back. I think it's like a 2-hour-long show. That's it.
0 to 60.
But, oh yeah, it no fucking breaks. Just all gas all the way through. I got ahead of myself. That was my fault. I pre-gamed a little, and I didn't take into account the fact that I was taking, I think, larger shots than everyone else. Plus, for some god-awful reason, Salvo's rule was, if you got it wrong, you had to have 3 shots. Not 1, not 2, 3. So I'm sitting here downing bourbon, and it just got sloppy.
Yeah.
It just got really sloppy real
I think
quick.
that was the point of the game, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it was...
So
I
Paradox...
talked to Salvo the next day,
If you
he was just like, it was great. It was perfect. You
yeah.
know?
Paradox, if you got a problem with anybody getting drunk on stream, talk to Salvo. He's the one. He's the one coordinating it.
He's the one that did it. I blame him for everything. But Sin licked eggs off walls, apparently. I didn't see it live. Well, I did see it live, but I don't remember seeing it live.
Yeah.
I did go back and watch it, though. The stream VOD is up on Kick. So if you go there, you can watch it. I can't believe I'm even saying that, because that means more people are going to go over there and actually see it. But you know what? Fuck it. It was a good time. I'm very glad I did it. I hope Salvo does it more with different people, obviously. But I hope he continues it, because it was actually a really fun format. Especially him bringing people from like his area into it. I think the one gentleman's name was Frio.
Yep.
And
Frio.
Meatloaf.
Meatball.
And Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. I don't know.
Whichever. Those two guys were fucking hilarious. They were great. And obviously was funny to watch. That's that's all I'll say there. God bless her. That's all I can say. Anyways, moving on, as you can see here, a little bit of horror movie news for you here, courtesy of our good friends over at Bloody Disgusting, one of my favorite horror rags.
Uh,
Am I on? Okay, cool.
Yep, yeah. Sorry, you're
Here
on.
we
You're good.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
one
just
second, one second. So, over at Bloody Disgusting, it looks like Miramax has scored the TV rights to Halloween. Not the film rights, the TV rights. So, in the wake of BD's exclusive report about Malika Cod's Trancas International Films shopping the TV rights to the Halloween franchise, with Miramax and A24 in the mix. Deadline has officially confirmed today that Miramax has landed the TV rights. Deadline reports Miramax Television has signed a wide-ranging deal with Trancas to develop and co-produce a Halloween TV series, which also includes a first look agreement on other TV projects for the international marketplace. So, the new Halloween series is envisioned to potentially launch a cinematic universe spanning film and television. Miramax's head of global TV, Mark Helwig, will be overseeing the franchise creatively in close collaboration with Akkad. Jointly controlling both the film and TV rights would allow Miramax and Trancas to map out an integrated film TV universe. I don't know why this is happening. I'm not complaining, but it seems like every IP they're trying to turn into a cinematic universe. Have you noticed this, Des?
Yeah.
It seems like everything.
Just trying to make everything an MCU.
Yeah. I mean, The Walking Dead's basically done it already with their 4 or 5 shows. Now, we're getting a Halloween TV series, a Friday the 13th TV series. There's a Chucky TV series that's in its 3rd season, which I highly recommend, by the way. But so they had to say, we couldn't be more excited to bring Halloween to TV. We are thrilled to expand our long and successful partnership with Trancas and the brilliant Malika Akkad in introducing this iconic franchise to a new form of storytelling and a new generation of fans. I do think this actually will do well for the franchise. I think having a long form project like this. Sorry, everybody, this is the South. Even in October, it is hot as hell. Anyways, I think this is going to be good, especially since the last trilogy that we got was actually by the same gentleman that wrote and directed the new Exorcist film. But it was good for the most part. The first one, fantastic, great sequel to the original. The second one, Halloween Kills, that one was fantastic for everybody that just likes a good old slasher, because the entire film was just Michael Myers fucking everybody up the entire film. Like, there was barely a story in the second one. It was literally just Michael ending people left and right. But last year's Halloween Ends, that one was very divisive amongst the fan base, because they introduced a new character that was supposed to take on some of Michael's evilness or whatever. And it basically seemed like they were copying Christine, like beat for beat. Like the whole the town nerd gets corrupted by this evil and slowly starts to dress cool and act all edgy and all that kind of shit.
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah, like what is that, Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Where we've got Emo Toby?
Yeah.
You have you have no idea how many times somebody has called me Emo Toby Maguire in my life. But the third one, Halloween Ends, I like it for what it is, don't get me wrong, but it is nowhere near my favorite Halloween film. So for them to come back this quick with news of more projects has me very excited, because with Halloween there is a history of they'll announce a new round of films or a new film. Before this last trilogy, it was one film at a time. We would get that one film, and then it'd be 5 or 6 years before we'd hear anything about another one.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought that's how it was going to be for this, because we got 3 films in a matter of 4 years. Would have been 3 years, but pandemic bullshit, you know? So to go from that to this year, like literally less than a year later, we're getting news about a TV series is it's pretty crazy to me, but I love it and I'm very, very excited for it. I can't wait to see who they get involved with it.
Yeah. Well.
It looks like what's interesting though, somebody else points it out right here. A lot of people were disappointed that A24 didn't get the rights, which would have been very interesting because A24 is responsible for all of this elevated horror, as they call it nowadays. Stuff like The Witch, Hereditary, Midsommar, Talk to Me, which was recent, so fucking good, probably the best horror film of the year. All the stuff that's more cerebral and out there wise is through A24. So it would have been interesting to see how they would have handled this. But Miramax has a long history with Halloween. They put out 3 films in a row. Halloween 6, which is my favorite, The Curse of Michael Myers. Halloween Resurrection. And I think they might have done they did H2O, which was a direct sequel to Part 2, if I'm not mistaken. And Resurrection, like I said, which was terrible. It had Busta Rhymes in it. It was Busta Rhymes punched Michael Myers in the face.
Well,
You shouldn't have that happen in a film.
Yeah, that's some kind of
Keeping up with the times bullshit.
yeah.
Early 2000s. I think it was like 01.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I saw that in theaters with my mom. That was back, they wouldn't let you sit in an R-rated movie theater by yourself at that point. So that was weird. So we're gonna move on. The Exorcist. Believer. Oh.
Yes.
So Des, we've you've got a little video package.
Yeah.
Of what the 4DX experience was like.
Yeah, I did a little
for everybody.
Video vlog.
So when we went into the theater, this basically what Des captured here is what we experienced.
Well, we'll see how comparative our experiences were.
Yes.
All right. So I'll be talking over this a little bit. There's some music, but I didn't like dub anything, so.
All good. All right.
So let me know. Just went to. Oh yeah. So it was me and Abe, and we made it into like a little date night type of thing, and went into the big city. Which, if you know, you know. I had some mini pies. At this English pub. If you know, you know.
Oh, y'all turned it into a real deal. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
This looks fun. What is this?
And
is this Seattle?
This is Seattle, and this is the.
Oh, now that is an entrance right there to a movie theater. I love it.
Oh yeah, we had to go up to the 4th floor, or third, all the way to the top.
Yes, here we go.
I just kind of got different clips of the theater. There's water spouts.
Yep.
I'll go
this
back a
looks
little
pretty
bit.
much exactly like the one that Tracy and I were in.
Yep.
We even had the option to turn off the water if we wanted.
We turned off the water. We still got wet. Yeah.
Of course. I think there was some in the ceilings as well. So.
Yeah, and there was also this little rat tail dongle between our feet.
Oh, I didn't notice that
You
online.
didn't notice
What is that for? What does that do?
that? It hits you in the back of the legs like a little rat tail.
Oh.
And I didn't get the fans here, but so I put a little gift there instead. But there was big ass fans here.
Gigantic fans.
That would roar to life anytime there was even like the hint of wind on screen.
Oh yeah.
And the rain.
And don't forget when it was raining, like there's a scene
downpour.
in the film. There's a scene in the film where there's a downpour, and it literally just it started coming down in the theater on us.
Yep. I had
great.
We were not.
Great. We loved it. It was. Then again, we drove about. It should have been 2 hours, but Tracy's a speed demon, so we got there in an hour and a half.
Oh, damn.
So we drove an hour and a half out of state to go see it in one of these theaters because we've been working our way up the quality scale of movie theaters, and this was like our last hurrah, I think. And this has ruined other movie theaters for me now. Like this is.
I feel like
it's so wild of a thing to experience.
Okay, so here's the little clip from like the beginning, the little teaser, where they showcase what you're in for. Now there's Abe. And
yes.
Oh yeah, that was us.
And the seats got up and rocked back and forth. They were in sets of 4, right? Like 4 seats.
Yes.
Were on one like
one track
contraption
kind of
or
thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
And there's if you've got epilepsy, I don't recommend it because on top of the fans you've got these giant fucking lights. Did you guys have the lights?
Yes. Yeah.
On the sides that would blink?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to give an example of when you would see them. Lightning for one, yeah. If you're going down a hallway where those fluorescent bulbs are like broken and going on and off, like that would be perfect for that. And the wind was insane. Like you mentioned, they sprayed scents into the air.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed it. Did you notice that?
I noticed one at the beginning, but I wasn't sure. I noticed the smoke.
Yeah, there was that. The one that I noticed, Tracy noticed it more. I'm usually really congested and can't smell fucking anything. But when she pointed it out, I could smell it afterwards. But when they walked into, when the 2 girls were, strapped to the chairs for the exorcism, when they walked into them, it smelled like garbage. It just smelled like garbage everywhere, like rotting flesh, basically.
Oh.
And it was terrible. Like
didn't smell that.
It lingered for a bit.
Oh God,
well.
Nope.
That was. It was crazy. You said a line that made me laugh really hard when we talked about this the first time. Like, they'd use any excuse to like shake the seats. So
the
like
rumble.
when the cat purred.
The cat purred.
It made the seats shake.
I lost it. I was cracking up. It was like a very serious scene. I was just like, why is my seat purring?
Why are the seats moving for this? But I love it. It's such a cheap, well, not a cheap, I guess you could say
cheap
it's a
thrill.
cheap gimmick.
It's a gimmick. Yeah. But movie theaters have been doing this gimmicky stuff since movie theaters, started.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, this is just a new iteration of that. And at least, like, at this time, we're not having to put on glasses over my glasses and getting a migraine and stuff with the 3D movies and stuff. I hated that whole movie theater gimmick.
I see Tracy in chat saying that we didn't get any water. I'm not sure what she's talking about. I don't think we had the spouts directly in front of us like you guys did.
Yeah.
But it did fall from above us, and by the time it got to us, it was just like a light mist. So it
Yeah.
didn't really feel like you were like getting wet or soaked or anything. It was just more of a, like a, ooh, okay, there's a light mist on my
Yeah.
arms
It didn't last
kind of
long.
deal.
I think it just took us off guard and it was so like uncomfortable in the scene at the
I
same
mean, like,
time. I
you
just
don't
looked over
expect to
at
go into a
Abe.
movie theater and get soaking wet, so.
I just looked over at Abe and he was like just looking wet and miserable. Like, oh, I thought we turned off the water.
Um, but okay, the movie itself. The movie itself. Okay, on a, let's get a, let's go for our radio towers. 5 radio towers is the best. 1 is a piece of shit. How many do you think you would give it, Des?
Um, Wait, is this for the experience or
The film
the
itself.
film itself?
The film
Okay.
itself. Yeah.
It's kind of glad because it was like fun, because it was a ride, and
Yeah.
I liked it. I really liked The Exorcist in the original, so the callbacks to the original, I liked them a lot. Like even some of the like shots, like camera shots, were awkward in the same way that the original Exorcist had those awkward long shots and stuff.
Yeah. There was a lot that tried to pay homage to the original.
Yeah.
What I noticed a bit was there was a lot of frantic editing. I didn't really notice it as much when I was watching it, but later on I heard somebody mention it in a review that I watched, and I was thinking back, and they were right. A lot of the scenes ran together very quickly. It seemed like I'm not sure who edited the film. I didn't look into that part, but story-wise, it seemed it seemed rushed. I'm not gonna lie, and there's a reason for that. It was rushed.
Oh, I didn't know.
So Universal. I'm gonna share this
Oh.
real quick if I can share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Am I on the
Yeah,
right one?
you got it.
Okay. Okay. Well, it seems Universal spent $400 million for the rights to The Exorcist. $500 million just for the rights to the IP.
That seems
Like a lot?
Yeah.
Well, as if you couldn't tell, or you haven't seen anything, you've been living under a rock. This movie's not getting good reviews. I recommend the Red Letter Media review of it because Mike and Jay are fucking hilarious. But it's how much? Let's see how much it made. Okay, so Universal may need to cut their $400 million losses on the Exorcist Believer trilogy due to poor critical and commercial reception. $27 million opening. That's a full weekend. That's technically a 4-day weekend because movies open on Thursday nights now instead of Fridays. So 4 days, 27 mil. That's not good. That's really not good.
I think they're gonna have to make the sequels just to like make some money back.
I don't know. I feel like maybe they bought the exclusive rights here so that they could release it in theaters and then put them on Peacock to stream afterwards, right?
Yeah.
I could maybe see them doing direct to Peacock sequels that are cheaper. But I don't know if they release the second one if people are even going to go see it after this. There's horror movie nuts like myself that are going to go see it just on the off chance that it might be great.
Well, and to continue the story, now I'm kind of like invested in this story.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like
we did lose. Spoilers here. Spoilers.
I don't think she's gone.
we lost the girl on the right. Um, it was
One of the girls.
that is one of the yes, the girl on the right here.
Yeah.
We lost what was her name? Catherine?
Yeah.
Is it Catherine? Yeah,
Yeah,
Catherine.
I think so.
And Angela, correct? Angela and
Yeah.
Catherine? Yeah, that was it. Okay. Well, at the end of the film, I got to give them credit for this. They had the balls to kill one of the girls. And now, like you said, Des, you don't think she's dead. But I wish they would have spent more time building her character a little more, because we didn't see much with Catherine. We were mainly focused on Angela's story with her father, and Leslie Odom Jr., who played her father, was so good in this. No matter what you think of the script or the story or any of that, that gentleman did a fantastic job as Angela's father.
Yeah.
I thought he was very, very good. But if we would have gotten more with Catherine, like there's the scene where we finally get to her house and everything's just fucking destroyed inside the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at Tracy and I'm like, holy shit, she killed her entire family.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
As fucked up as that might sound, that's what I was hoping for. But no, we get in there and the father's just like in a corner, like pleading with God, asking him why he's doing this. And the mother and the other two kids are in the kitchen praying. And it's just, I wish we would have seen the destruction of her family home. I feel like that would have made the ending a hit a little harder, because don't get me wrong, there's a lot that gets you deep down when you see a little girl basically depicted as being dropped into hell and screaming for her parents, and that's the end of the film, basically.
Yeah.
Besides your coda with like the father, Angela's father, and her finding their interesting idea of faith and all that stuff, and then the quintessential Linda Blair appearance at the end. Reagan came back to for a 30-second scene where she just reunites with her mother.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ellen Burstyn, I don't know what to think about what they did to her character. I'm not sure what they were thinking.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
It seemed like a waste of her character.
Yeah, it did.
And then they just
like,
kind of like
almost like an
her up.
afterthought.
Yeah.
It seemed like she might have been an afterthought, where they had a script in place in case
they didn't
she wouldn't
sign
come
on.
back.
Yeah. Because and in case Linda didn't want to come back too.
Yeah. I remember I had it spoiled for me that Linda Blair was in it, just because there were a few rumblings back when this first started that she was going to be in it. So I kept waiting for her to show up. After watching the rest of the movie, I did find it kind of appropriate that she just showed up for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That was perfect. That's what I expect from a cameo, that they hype like that.
Yeah.
And we got I forget her name, but the mom lady, like, she was a major character, and that was a good reprising role type of thing. At
Ellen
least
Burstyn is the actress. Christina McNeil. I think that's her name in the film.
Yeah. Chris. I don't know. I don't remember any of these names.
Burstyn. Let's see.
That was weeks ago now.
Oh, that was so long ago. Let's see. Okay, so yes, she played Chris McNeil. Yep, that's her name.
Chris.
Chris and Reagan.
Yeah.
So, obviously, compared to the original, nothing's ever going to live up to it. They can keep trying. It's not going to happen. I think we all know that. It was better than part 2 and 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But
it
wasn't better than 3. It was not better than part 3. Part 3, honestly, it shouldn't have even been an Exorcist film. It was William Friedkin, the gentleman that wrote the Exorcist, the book, the original book. Part 3 is called Legion, and that was actually a separate book that he wrote called Legion, and that was the name of the film at first, until the studio decided we need to slap the Exorcist label on here so that we can sell some more tickets. So that's what they did, and there's a long-standing like lore with that film. There's 2 different versions of it. There's the Legion cut, which is the one that the director producers wanted to make, and then there's the theatrical version, which shoehorns in a tiny exorcism scene at the end. But it's a fantastic film. So I
like the whole world building of the Exorcist franchise. So just like that, we got more of that and got to see like some of our friendly demons again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our friendly neighborhood Pazuzu.
Wait, was it Pazuzu in both the girls?
Yeah, he had both. He was he decided that one was not enough now.
Well, this far into the 2020s, you gotta up the ante with another child.
Right? We can't just have one. We're gonna do it with 2. It's gonna be twice as good because we've got 2 possessed girls now.
Yep.
What bothers me about this though is Blumhouse. I don't know why they keep getting David Gordon Green to do these things. He did the entire Halloween trilogy. He directed all 3. He was a writer for all 3. It fell apart by the end. The 3rd film was divisive as fuck, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm not sure why they picked him to now helm another famous horror IP's new trilogy. You'd think you would maybe go with a new director instead of the same guy that quintessentially fucked up a franchise, depending on who you ask. I don't know if he was the right man for the job, and I think most people would agree with me on that. I don't know if we're going to get a sequel to this. Well, like you said, we probably will get a sequel, but I can't see it having the same production budget of $30 million like the first. So that wasn't, that's not a lot. That is one thing that I'll give to Blumhouse is they make their films for relatively cheap compared to major Hollywood blockbusters. So keeping the budget tiny gives them a bigger median for gross income or whatever the fuck they call that stuff.
You don't have to go really big with The Exorcist either.
No, yeah, exactly.
So
the original is very understated in my opinion.
This ain't no The Nun or something,
Which The Nun 2 was actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
The first one sucked, but the second one was actually pretty alright. So the film needed to hit $75 million to break even if you add up the production budget along with the marketing budget and things of that nature. So let's see where it's at right now. Exorcist Believer, box office totals.
Maybe it'll do.
Okay. It's sitting at 90.3 million right now. Okay, that's good. There we go. So that's a lot better than I thought it was.
Yeah. Do you think it would have done better if they would have gone with the Exorcist campaign
and tried to make it like a Barbenheimer thing, where people go see both in the same weekend?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, because it didn't make sense to me because it was originally supposed to come out on Friday the 13th, along with Taylor Swift's Eras concert thing or whatever.
And it's too different.
I think that would have been a good back to back for people, like especially date night, like the girl gets something and the guy gets something.
Yeah.
It's basically like Barbenheimer was, the ladies got Barbie, and afterwards the fellas got to sit down and watch a guy create a bomb.
Yeah, I mean, like, both of those are pretty much like date movies. I don't know
Yeah.
about Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
but like, I wouldn't go see that by myself. And I wouldn't go see The
No.
Exorcist by myself. But like, also, they're two different demographics, so it's not like you're stepping on anyone's toes. You're just creating a double feature for a certain set of people. And that's
Exactly.
cool. And that's fine.
That's what confused me about them moving it a week earlier, and even moving it a week earlier compared to a week later was an odd decision to me.
Yeah.
Like maybe push it back a week so it's closer to Halloween or something, but I don't know. They made some very strange decisions with this film.
Yeah.
I want to point out this one thing about it real quick.
Taylor Swift is for the fellas.
Is my screen share still up? I'm not looking
Yes.
right now.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Everybody, look at all these writers. Too many cooks in the kitchen. And this is what happens.
Danny McBride?
Especially when you have Danny McBride.
Danny McBride?
He was one of the writers for all 3 of the Halloween trilogy, too.
Okay.
I don't know how he snaked his way into Blumhouse somehow, but now he's one of their on-staff writers. I don't know how this happened.
I don't know.
I don't know how this comedian suddenly became this.
Yeah, I can't say that I like this added flavor,
No.
If you're
no.
gonna he's in South Carolina.
Didn't know he was close to me.
Huh.
So that's actually one of my favorite places in South Carolina to go to. Of course he lives there, that bastard. No, see, okay, excuse me. No, he was a writer for all 3 of the Halloween films.
And the Angry Birds movie.
Was he really? Oh wow.
2.
Oh. And I remember him being in Alien Covenant.
Oh yeah.
He was okay in that though. I mean, he was sort of kind of the comedic relief, but it wasn't over the top comedy.
Yeah, he plays a cheesy background character.
Yeah, he's like the weird space trucker, because that's basically when I think of Alien, that's kind of what Alien is to me, is space truckers.
Yeah.
Because if you go back to the first film, they're hauling ore.
Yeah,
basically
that makes sense.
from one planet to another. So it's literally they're just space truckers. So that's kind of why it's always had that industrial bent to it, which makes me love it.
Space is just actually a huge mining colony, if you think about it. Just really big rocks. Mm-hmm.
I can see it.
Yep.
I can see it. Let's see. I want to see what Screen Rant has to say here. Do they think the sequels are still going to happen? Let's see. Nevertheless, the studios plan to proceed with the next film in the planned trilogy. Okay, I didn't get this far. The Exorcist Deceiver, a preliminary release date of April 18th, 2025, has already been picked out, signaling that Universal still hopes to right the ship and yield a profit from the Exorcist franchise.
Okay.
While it was originally presumed that David Gordon Green would return to the director's chair for subsequent Exorcist films, Believer's critical and box office performance, supported by vague comments from Green himself, cast considerable doubt on this prospect. I am fine with this. I am perfectly fine with this. I want this man to get away from my favorite horror IPs.
Yeah.
Nothing against him personally. He did a great job with the first Halloween, like I said. But he is not the man for this.
Yeah.
Okay, it seems likely that Blumhouse and Universal will tap a new director to helm the next Exorcist installment. It's possible that a fresh vision could turn things around.
Yes.
Walgreens states that the script for Deceiver has already been written. Executives may likewise call for adjustments or even a page one rewrite from a new author in order to ensure a new direction for the franchise. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. It's unclear whether Deceiver will receive a theatrical release like Believer. Indeed, the best call may be to minimize losses by releasing Believer sequels straight to streaming, thus bypassing another public box office disaster while increasing Peacock's appeal at the same time. That makes sense.
I mean,
that's going to be my that's going to be the last thing I'll say on it real quick is that's what I think is going to happen.
yeah.
I think at least the second film is going to be made, and I think it's going to go straight to Peacock instead of theaters.
Yeah. I mean, I'd buy Peacock for a month just to see the next, like, how this continues.
Peacock's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I keep that one. They did a really good job with Twisted Metal recently, which was very weird to see that they could actually make a good show out of that, of all things. But they've got that. They've got a lot of classic stuff on there that I enjoy, like Psych and House are both on there. So you've got those. But anyways, okay, moving on. What is next, Does? I am going to play a song for these people. Can you throw me up a Be Right Back screen so I can strap on the Get Fiddle?
I can indeed.
All right. Can I have one for you? Then we're going to take a little bit of an intermission so everybody can get a snack, get a drink, all that good stuff. The song's called The Gausser. Back to sleep. Well, I think that staying up is exactly what I need. Take apart your head. Take apart the demon and the flock it has bred. Go back to a love. Well, it's a ride that'll push you up, right against the wall. Take apart your head. Take apart the demon and the flock it has bred. You burn bright, but you run out. I fell asleep in the alkaline. Can't shake this little feeling. I'll never get anything right. Goodbye, you liar. Well, you sip from the cup, but you don't own up to anything you think you will inspire. Take apart your head. Take apart the counter and the addict to the left. Run back, but you run out. Fell asleep in the alkaline. Can't shake this little feeling. I'll never get anything right. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, my love. I've been dig out. I've been dig out. Take me back to your bed. I love you so much that it hurts my head. Say you don't mind you under my skin. I let the bad parts in, bad parts in. When we were made, we were set apart. If life is a test, then I get bad marks. Now some saints got the job of writing down my sins. Storm's coming, storm's coming. You burn bright, but you run out. I fell asleep in the alkaline. Can't shake this little feeling. never get anything right. Goodbye, my love. Never get anything right. Goodbye, my love. Never get anything right. I've been to God. I've been to God. Take me back to your bed. Love you so much that it hurts my head. Say I don't mind you under my skin. The bad parts in, bad parts in. You're my favorite bird, baby, when you sing. I really do wish that you'd wear my ring. No matter what they say, I'm still the king. You know the storm is coming, the storm is coming. Alright, be back in a few.
just stares at the wall. Planning his vengeance that he will soon unfurl.
Are we back? We're back. All right, we're back. Leg 2. Welcome back to Clear World Radio, everybody. My name's Nodle. Behind the cat, that's Des.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Abe to the show.
I got.
Welcome, Abe.
First time caller, long time listener.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Kick him. No. So,
I see what happened.
Abe has joined us so
There we go.
kindly to discuss our midnight movie of the week, which was a film by the name of Pontypool. And so this film, it's a very low key affair, as I just said behind the scenes. It was a book, and then a stage play, and then it morphed into a film. And you can very much tell
Yeah.
by watching it that it was a stage play first.
Yeah.
Most of the film, just about all of the film, actually, except for the first opening scene, takes place inside of the radio station. The only scene other than that is the one that we just saw of our main character, Mazzy, that gentleman played by Stephen McCaddy, is him driving to work. And it's snowing, so all it is a street and
Yeah.
snow. So other than that shot, it's all inside of the radio station that they work at.
It's pretty much all stage direction.
Yes. It's a see, this is the kind of movie that can still get to me because of how vague it is.
Yeah.
In a
Yes.
way.
Yes.
It's very like picture what's going on in your head kind of deal.
Theater of the
Because-
mind, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the things that I come up with in my head are far more terrifying than the stuff that I see on screen. Which is one of the reasons I would love to make a horror film one day. Is I have some good ideas. I'd love to put them to use. But this film, it sits in my middle rack where all my favorite films are, because I reach for it maybe every 3 months or so to watch.
Hmm.
And it always gets me. It's so understated with everything.
Yeah,
You get
I really
the phone
loved it.
calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
So
what'd
I
you
just
like about it?
I just
Well,
want to
exactly what you're saying. Go ahead, Des.
I was thinking I didn't miss something, right? Because like I felt like I missed something, but I just don't think it was there. Like that's what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
You know, just the big what the fuck is going on?
Yes, yes.
I think that's a lot of the appeal of it too,
Yeah.
is that you're kind of relating to what the actors locked in that radio station were like, I'm just missing something, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then everyone starts kind of formulating like, what do they think is happening outside? What do they, and then
Yeah. It's theory
Yeah.
crafting in real time on how are we gonna make it out of
Yes.
this.
Yes.
or how
What the
fucked you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can put this in the zombie genre because of the way um, the phone calls come across, at least from the way people are acting. I loved the aspect of using, small towns will have the guy, the eye in the sky, like
Yeah.
weatherman or
Yes.
whatever, and I loved that they just tore it down and just said like, no, he's not in a chopper, he's playing helicopter sound effects while he's sitting on like a cliff
Yeah.
somewhere.
Like you know he's not in a helicopter, right?
Yeah. Oh, the Sunshine Chopper. That's
The
what they called it.
Sunshine
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Chopper,
Sunshine
yeah.
Chopper. Yeah.
Flying high above the clouds.
Yes, yes. Hi above Pontypool, it's me, Grant. Is that
Yeah.
his name? Grant Mazzy? Yeah, Grant. Yeah.
Definitely reminds me of like, the little town like we live in and stuff like that. If we were to have a local radio type of thing, you'd definitely have people
Probably be
claim
like
it.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see this. Hell, if the area I live in right now, out in the middle of nowhere, if we were situated out a little further, and we weren't between two big cities, because we've got Columbia here and Augusta, Georgia, on the other side of us. So we pick up radio stations from both. So if we were situated not between two major cities, it's what I imagine our radio station would sound like. If we had like a really local one, like just in this film, three people are operating the entire station.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a midnight spot, right? He was on midnight
No,
like
no,
3.
No.
He was the morning show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like super early though, right?
Mazzy in
Yeah.
the mornings. Yeah, I think it
Okay,
started
okay.
at 5 or 6 a.m. something like that.
Oh gosh, I thought it was like overnight.
I mean, when he gets there, it's still basically fucking night.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's,
yeah. There is some like passing
Ponty-
time too.
Pontypool is, I believe it's in Canada, correct?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
There was
I think
something
I looked it up
Canadian.
once, and it was a town.
Oh yeah, in Ontario.
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Okay. That explains things.
Yes, yes. So the book was called Pontypool Changes Everything. Not really sure.
We just got a donation from our buddy Nickelback. Nickelback just left a message. Holy moly, I love cat girls so much. Dog, I go to sleep at night pretending my IKEA pillows are cat girls. Then I proceed to pretend the edges of the pillows are like a cat girl's ears and massage them tenderly with love. I am glad I know that now.
Nickelback. I want to say TMI, but you also gave us money, so I can't.
You know what? I'm looking forward to the reunion tour. I'm gonna be honest.
I really am. It seems like Chad Kroger has really gotten a nice sense of humor since last time I heard from him.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that reunion tour too. Thank you so much, Nickelback.
I'm gonna have to start
But,
listening.
We need some more of that "How You Remind Me" money. Come on, give it to us. I know that shit still gets played every day somewhere.
Oh!
Still making money off that
Yeah.
shit.
This
Is
just
that
in.
another one?
Yep. Nickelback says, I snuggle with them every evening and it makes me feel wholesome inside. Love, cat girls.
Shout out to cat girls.
Shout
Shout
out to the cat girls
everywhere.
Oh.
Shout out to the cat
All
girls.
right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Nickelback.
And the lovers
Thank
of.
you.
Seriously.
We love our cat girls.
Yes. Thank you for the donation. Seriously. If you feel like donating, that money goes right back into the program. So if you like the show, invest in the show.
We
Get
are
some new equipment. All
funded
that stuff.
by viewers like you.
And whenever we can afford things ourselves. That's how we work here at Clear World Radio. We do what we
Like
can with what we
Sesame Street.
have. Whoa.
I mean,
Whoa. What have I just come across here? I'm going to share my my screen with you here.
Okay.
Breaking news. From the chopper above the.
Got news from the chopper? Chopper?
Go ahead, Jim.
Let's see. What window do I have open right now? 1 second. Change window. Okay. So I just ran across this. It says it is a spin-off
No,
from Pontypool.
it's loading.
The film has been described as a spin-off of McDonald's 2008 film Pontypool, in that it jumps off from the post-credit scene in Pontypool.
Wait, there was a
in which
post-credit scene?
I don't even remember the post-credit scene.
I don't think
Holy
we saw
shit.
it.
Hold on, let me I think I still have my digital file that I ripped myself.
Can you
From
try
a
and
legally
screen
owned copy.
share again? Your screen share is not loading.
Okay, 1 second. All right, I will start it over again. 1 second. Share screen. Dreamland. Go live. Is that good?
Yes. Yep.
All right, cool.
Okay. Dreamland.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this. So there's a post-credit scene in Pontypool in which McCaddy and Lisa Howe were depicted in period garb speaking a foreign language. What the fuck?
What?
I don't. Whoa. This is 2018.
Soon.
So the spinoff happened, obviously, Dreamland, I guess, and apparently there was going to be a direct sequel, but this was 6 years ago. And the film itself came out in 2008. So, okay. The film, which is a clever reinvention. Okay, never mind. Moving on from Pontypool. Rumors of a sequel to Pontypool have been circling since 2009 with the expected title of Pontypool Changes. And there was even poster art back in 2012. Oh man, really?
Coming soon. Yeah, I hate that.
Hold on.
You know,
we're gonna do a little bit of live digging, everybody.
Internet decay.
It's gotta be something. There's gotta be. Yep, here we go.
Yeah. It exists somewhere.
Pontypool 2 teaser poster. Yep. Here we go.
Okay.
So
Birds.
that's what we were looking at for a while. It says, what does it say down here at the very bottom? You've heard it all before, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Okay. So I wonder if the birds have ears. They're carrying
Do they
ears.
speak English? 'Cause the component of it, and which I found really interesting, that they even brought this in as like a plot line, was that one language of all languages that are spoken, Spanish, German, English, Japanese, English had a specific word or phrase that if you were to hear it and understand it, you were then infected.
Yes.
And I love that. And we never really did we get a concrete definition of
Understand
what the infection
was a word.
It was
But it-
just the way they like the final like consensus on what it was a some sort of viral infection that somehow spread through communication in the English language.
Right.
So I remember one of the characters, the doctor, I believe, saying it's basically like the English language is infected.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting idea. One I've never seen before, and one I haven't seen since.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
And I
very
wonder,
unique.
I wonder how that would go in the like if you were to update that kind of theme or that idea for the streamer age, like.
Ooh.
Like
oh,
online?
like W's or copium.
Oh,
Well,
man.
even just like if there was an infected word and it got on the internet and people started spread, like people would doom each other, you know?
Oh,
They would
yeah,
just go into the
We'd have.
chats and start.
I was about to say we'd have
Yeah.
people in our chat just typing it over and over again,
Yeah.
hoping to set us off. You know, just because some people don't have lives.
Like that.
But
Yep.
yeah, it's a great concept, and they pulled it off really well. Like it's a very cohesive film. It has a definitive first, second, and third act.
Yeah.
which are clearly defined in my opinion. Um, the little bit of practical effects were great. The lady running against the
Yeah, just smashing her face up
glass
against
Yeah.
over and over.
the
Yeah,
panel in
Yeah.
the
yeah,
booth. Yeah,
yeah. That was.
Busting her
See,
face
that is such
open.
a creepy scene to me. Like,
it is.
it's those tiny things like that that can still get to me. You can throw gore at me all day. You can throw existential dread at me, which that gets to me a little more, not gonna lie. But it's this vague stuff, dude. Like these tiny moments in these films like this, like her running against the window is one just because it's so far out of an idea that okay, this started all because she was trying to say misunderstood Mazzy, and then she just
Mhm.
kept repeating the same word over and over again. That's how it happened with everybody that we saw. It was
Yeah.
one of the instructions from the emergency broadcast was try to avoid pet names like sweetheart, for instance,
Right.
Mm.
Like anyone
because
you were closely related to.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, try to avoid those people. Try to avoid speaking in that way because I think there was a good point to that because a lot of our pet names out of context make absolutely no sense. You know,
Mm.
like
Oh.
sweetheart, like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
If you remove it from if you
From its
remove it from
context,
yes, yeah, if you
it
remove
makes no
it and you just
sense.
put that word out there, you're just like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? You know? So it's the idea that they had of it was when you understood something,
It's the understanding.
that's when it broke you or whatever.
Was it just
So
understanding things that weren't words,
I
like
don't
names?
Ooh.
I
Like,
don't
but
know. See,
because like
that's
she
the
said,
thing.
like misunderstood Mazzy. Like sometimes it was like the names that they were getting
Mm-hmm.
stuck on.
Yeah, yeah. And sounds too. Remember they were mimicking windshield wiper blades.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
And
Like
there was
onomatopoeias.
yeah, there was that guy that was crying like a baby, even though he was supposedly a guy in his 20s. We didn't see him, all we did was
Yeah.
hear him because once again, that was another scene where we were listening through a phone call and
So
you
was the
know,
baby crying in English?
I don't know. Like that's it. Like that could be a that could be a plot hole actually.
Yeah.
Um,
I
my
think it
crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
uh the one let me get that one thought out
Yeah, yeah.
before I forget it. I think maybe when it comes to like the windshield wiper blades that they were mimicking and the random things that like didn't make any sense whatsoever, I think those sounds might have started happening once they were already gone
Mm.
Maybe.
because they were able to change what they were saying by broadcasting sounds over the
But
speakers in the radio station.
Maybe
So
that's what
maybe
reflected of the birds, excuse me, in the sequel thing might be.
well, and
Some
maybe.
okay, so but with both the things in
Oh,
context, though, both a baby crying and windshield wipers in context, in their context, could mean something to those people. You know, if that man heard a baby crying and understood that baby to be saying "I'm hungry," and he just understood nonsense.
huh.
hmm.
I get I get what you're going
And
with
it's
that.
just
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the understanding of nonsense, which would include words that are names and onomatopoeias and that kind of
yes.
things.
That's
so the wipers would
yeah.
be an indication of like it's nonsensical noise, but you're
You know what it
interpreting that as
means.
cleaning windows,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Huh.
Like
You understand what it means.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
What do you all think about him being the source of the virus? Because that's where
Mazzy?
yeah, Mazzy.
Mazzy.
Hmm.
I feel
Or
like,
immune somehow because he was an outsider.
I thought he was patient zero for the majority of it.
Nope.
He was
Nope.
sending out, no?
Nope. Very first scene. He's in the snow, driving. He stops the car. The woman comes up to the window, rolls the
Oh,
window down,
yeah.
asks her if she needs help, and she keeps repeating. She starts saying the same thing that he said. Do you need
That's
help?
right.
Do you need help? And she
That's
just.
right. Yeah.
And see, that's another creepy fucking scene, dude. Her just like disappearing
Oh.
back into the snow because it's just
Okay.
so dark out.
Alternatively, let me pose this to you: is that she was in an accident,
Okay.
and the first person she spoke to was patient zero, and she immediately caught it.
Huh. It's all possible.
Yeah.
It's all very possible. I mean,
Hmm.
it's a very open to interpretation
Yeah,
film.
and that's what
Yeah.
I
So
love about it, man. It's so good.
Almost like,
let me see what this. If I can bring up this post-credit scene.
yeah.
I don't have the digital file on hand anymore
Oh,
because I have a Blu-ray copy, which I recommend people grabbing. You can't get it in America anymore. It was only released for a very short period of time. I don't even own that version. My version is actually a German Blu-ray, but I have a region-free Blu-ray player, so I'm able to pull that off. It looks like I have found it.
Oh.
Okay, it's 46 seconds long.
Okay.
yep,
Am I
that's
still
what I
up?
got as
Am I
well.
still sharing?
Yep.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna play
Watch
this.
party.
Does
Okay.
it's 240p? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty low quality.
Where are we going?
I can't play by the establishment rules any longer. My patience is worn thin. We're breaking the limits, stealing cars, leaving the world behind to figure out what they believe is black and white.
I remember this now. I have seen this. Totally forgot it was in the film.
But what about?
What about? What about? What about? It's not a good anti-establishment way to begin a question.
My name?
My name too?
Johnny Deadeyes.
I absolutely love Stephen McCaddy. He's got a great voice. Having him
Yeah.
as a radio guy was fucking perfect.
What about? What about?
Lisa the killer.
Where are we going, Johnny?
To a new place that isn't even there yet.
And then?
Then we steal the loot and knock boots in the free world, baby.
Okay. Okay, baby.
I like how it slips
To a new place that
into
isn't even
color right
Lisa
there.
the
Yeah.
It's
killer.
very,
Very slowly.
Johnny
Yeah.
Deadeyes.
very gradual.
Lisa
The red of her dress coming in first is really cool. It reminds me of Sin City a lot.
the killer.
It reminded me
Where
of
you going,
Tarantino
Johnny?
too.
To a new
This whole
place.
scene,
That isn't-
it just like reminds me of a nonsensical Tarantino monologue.
Yeah, like everything he's saying basically sounds like Tarantino.
Yeah,
Like
and
very wordy, like you said, nonsensical yet slightly philosophical sounding
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Like waxing poetic pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't even there yet.
I mean, you can only do that with a bolo tie
Obviously.
and a revolver.
Only.
Sorry.
Only. Is that a
And then?
revolver?
Then we steal the
Is
loot
it?
and knock
No,
boots
it's
in the
not.
free world,
No,
baby.
it's a regular.
Okay. Okay, baby.
Okay, so Dreamland is connected to that. Now that makes me want to watch Dreamland because
No kidding.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
I
these,
don't
fucking dive into Reddit.
I don't understand how those work together. I feel like I missed something else now.
You didn't.
Okay.
You didn't.
Okay.
Somebody here is actually asking the same thing. Let's see. I can't believe I'm saying this sentence, but let's see what Reddit has to say.
Mm-hmm.
The burning question I have, though, is about the post-credit scene. I don't get it. The top YouTube comment on this video has an explanation, but I'm having trouble understanding it. Anybody want to help me out and try to explain it? Okay, so has a really good explanation, but within the framework of the movie, there could be another one. Okay, so let's see. Kicks button. Okay. I think it's a pre-production test scene. It's when the director wants to work out how the movie should look, sound, and how the dialogue should be read. So they get all the cast and crew members together to shoot a scene and try out some different things. Sometimes it's a pivotal scene from the film, but sometimes it's a completely random scene written specifically to include different types of dialogue, acting, and set features so they can see how their test affects all sorts of things. This would be the random type of test footage. The fact that the color slowly comes in makes me think this is true too, because it shows that the director wanted to see how the scene looks in both black and white and color.
I get that because of the
Um,
snow falling too in the
Mm,
background. Like
yeah.
you're getting the feel of the tempo and how they speak with the environment of the snow falling in the background, which is prevalent throughout the whole
okay,
movie.
but why the dress? Why the bolo tie?
Oh, he wasn't wearing a dress.
Oh my god. I meant
I could have
hers.
sworn he was. Those suit dresses, man.
Oh, yeah, no, you've got a good point. I don't have any good response to why they were dressed that way.
I think I like this one a little more here. Within the framework of the movie, there could be another explanation. The whole movie is about semiotics, how words shape concepts and thus reality.
Uh-huh.
To escape the semiotic zombie virus, one has to change the way language shapes the world. Ultimately, that would mean changing the world altogether. The post credit scene would be a possible world with different semiotics. Notice how the dialogue doesn't really make sense. I love somebody responded with, "Whoa, someone just graduated film school."
Uh,
Yeah, no, that's definitely a film school take.
I mean,
Okay, here
bigger
we go.
words,
This is
but
the real. The final scene is intended to imply that reality itself is being altered. Huh.
mm,
Sorry to interrupt you, Des. What were you saying?
well, yeah, that was my take to the original, like I mean, he used big words like semiotics, but yeah, just it's more plain fucking around with words.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it like that's why it kind of like reminded me of Tarantino too. It could have been a test screen kind of thing. But like I got to think that somebody directed that. Somebody made all those choices together for some reason, and even if it was just like a homage to like nonsense media like Tarantino and that kind of stuff, and Kubrick and just putting a scene like that fucks around with language some more.
See
Um,
that?
like I mean, like, where would you put that scene? At the end, post credits.
Obviously. I mean, where else are you gonna put it? At the beginning?
But I
Like,
mean, something like that could have been like the whole spark of the idea for the whole like. Well, no, not for the whole, because this was a book and a play and stuff. But yeah,
I see where you were going with
yeah,
that. That could have like spawned our um our main concept here with the film,
yeah.
but the book being a thing beforehand kind of
Yeah, that's what I saw.
diminishes that. It
What?
looks like
There's some film school garbage stuck at the end.
semiotic horror. If the title of this review intrigues you, read the book. Okay, so it looks this actually got some interesting reviews from positive to negative.
Oh,
Um, Rare
Yeah, I
case
think
of the movie is better than the book.
ah,
Hmm.
I'd like to see it on
Interesting.
stage.
Yeah, me too. I feel
Yeah,
like it lends itself very well to
yeah,
being a stage production because I mean you set up your radio station
yeah. It's pretty
gimmick
much
and
one set.
yeah, they move from the sound booth to a storage closet at one point, but that's it, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I
With a
think
little
they're
stage magic, you got everything you need for the like out, other shots and stuff like that, and like crowd scenes, like the zombie crowd. Like you could do this with like 3 or 4 actors. Well,
yeah. I mean,
4 or
we
5.
we had a few more because there was the singing like the Prince of Arabia or something. What was the name? I can't remember what the
God,
name
yeah.
of the group was. It was so bad.
Oh, Lawrence of Arabia.
Lawrence and the Arabians, I think,
Oh
was the
my
name
god,
of it.
yeah. Oh, that was okay. That was funny.
It was fucking hilarious. Let's see, Lawrence and the Arabians.
Oh, they're real?
That's a real group?
Oh man,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it children?
Is this the one?
it can't be.
Let's see.
Oh baby,
Where's the-
baby.
Oh, Lawrence of Arabia is the
Well,
name.
okay, that's
Okay.
that's the
That's
movie.
well, that's what the scene that
Oh.
they were doing.
I see.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, fine. Let's do it. Find out how the fuck rehearsals are going in fucking Arabia. Come on, get.
I loved it. It just interrupted the flow that he had going completely because
Yeah.
they've just got this random guest that signed on that he didn't even fucking know about that day.
It's weird because those are the only outsiders, right? Like, so they were
Yeah.
so insulary, and you had these weird group of people come in and sing a song and then leave. Like they've
Oh, they
entered
didn't-
and left
they
the
didn't
studio,
leave.
which is nothing anyone else did.
They didn't leave.
Well,
I think the only person we had that even interacted with them face to face involving the virus was the doctor
Yeah.
that came through their window basically. Like snuck in to get away from everything.
Yeah, but even that part would be played by somebody who played a part earlier in the play.
Yeah, that could be
Because he
done.
doesn't come in till the second act.
That's true. I don't remember this quote right here. This is Osama bin Laden. Wait, hold on.
oh, he wrapped it at the.
Oh, yeah. The little girls in brown
love-
face.
Yep. 2008, what's up, baby? Nobody gave a fuck. In Canada, nobody gave a fuck. No. I love this conversation that he's having with his manager in the background.
Never desert is a sand-filled here. If you fall off your camel, it cannot hear.
But I can hear
Listen
the
to this, Rick.
boy lying in the night. We need the boy's life to prove that we are right.
Lawrence of
I can
Arabia.
hear him sleeping still in the sand. I must save him so a lesser man will understand. The children know this is not about a British war.
Do
face.
people actually do musical performances like that where there's
oh, yeah.
no music and it's just people trying to carry a melody like that? I've never seen that in person anywhere.
I've heard them
I
do it
have.
on KEXP. They have in-studio guests, and sometimes the guests will, they do the tiny desk
Acapella?
concerts. I've heard them do a cappella stuff, because they just have bands come on, but they usually do stage performances and stuff. Now they have a studio, whole big studio space. Unlike me.
Are you talking
Unlike
shit?
me.
Are you talking shit about tiny desk concerts right now?
No. That's what I was saying.
We have one of
is-
those here every episode.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah.
Exactly.
Except for ours is the haunted desk concert. Thank you very much.
Mhm. It's a big desk, but it's haunted.
And it's spoopy.
It's fucking haunted. There's 3 shelves on this thing. All 3 of them are fucking haunted.
That's spooky.
No matter which one I open, there's something there.
That you didn't put there, or that you put there.
That's the mystery.
Whoa.
Something's definitely happening.
We can't just leave this. We can't go back on the air without something solid. Laurel Ann, find me somebody I can put on the air.
This is them trying to desperately find another actual source for the story.
Gotta lean Freezy on too. She's hysterical.
Yeah,
but
try
she
to do
seems
your
really
fact
low.
checking,
Yeah, see if you can calm her down, see what she's
and buy time on air. Well, this is
something anywhere on
Apt
this.
for the news lately.
These are Bedouin girls.
Grant, we're trying
That
for
girl,
eyewitnesses.
though,
We'll have somebody
the
for
brown
you when your
face, I
singers
can't
are done.
Did you not notice it the first time
Oh
around?
no, I did. It looked like someone
Okay.
did a Crayola fucking scratch and sniff
Yeah.
marker on her face.
It's
I'm
not
like,
even
what?
good. It's not even
No,
good
it's
brown face,
bad.
dude. Like the this gentleman right here, I don't want to say what I was about to say. This gentleman right here with the beard is the worst offender out of all of them, in my opinion.
Doesn't he yell at the end?
What was that?
Doesn't he yell at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this right here, this line is just so badly delivered. Hold on, right here.
These are Bedouin girls.
Grant, we're trying for eyewitnesses. We'll have somebody for you when your singers are done.
Here we go.
Are we sleeping?
This is Osama bin Laden.
This is Osama bin Laden.
Dead? Are we sleeping? I will wake the fallen boy. I will not forsake.
Look at that shit, man.
I know she's affected with the virus. Like, that's why she's just looking like that, but that shot fucking kills me.
Oh, she's like,
every
why
time
did
watch
I...
the movie.
Yeah. She's
Why did I
gonna
get this
regret
spot?
putting her name in the credits.
She gets canceled.
Trust.
Bro, I'm
I
eight.
will reach
PONTYPOOL back
the
in
fall.
08.
Are we dead?
Doing
Are we
brown face.
sleeping? I will wake the fallen boy. I will not forsake a trust. I will reach back across the dunes and stir the
This guy right here, dude, is so bad.
desert
Oh.
heart and fill it
So this
with
came out in
your
2008.
blood.
Had they captured Osama by then or no? Oh, we just got another.
Nickelback at it again. Allah Akbar.
One more.
Fill it with your blood.
Fuck you, Rick.
That's it.
And with that, we got a donation.
All right. Is it Nickelback again?
Nickelback says, in defense of Nickelback, listen up. I know y'all Nickelback think it not does or but what don't know is actually that are one of the most, god damn it, the greatest and lyrics of If Melody Can to They. So Nickelback smack, so take that, haters.
How long did it take you to come up with that? Like, you had to literally, like, trip over words and find words to trip over them with.
What kind of copy pasta is that?
Thank you for the dono. Seriously, thank you so much, Nickelback. We really appreciate it over here at Clear World Radio.
Thank you for the challenge. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, we don't hate here. We love Nickelback here at Clear World Radio.
All
Just
the time,
saying that
every
sentence
day.
is it's so difficult. It's so difficult. And for one last laugh, let's not laugh at this guy. Stephen McCaddy's character right here when he's getting off the phone with his manager. Here you go. Hold on.
Fuck you, Rick.
Fuck you, Rick. Gets me every single time.
Fuck.
Such a good movie though. Like I don't know what else to really say about it. It's just like, see, here's one of the scenes that just always creeps me out.
With her body lying on the floor too, like post
yeah.
her, yeah, I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
Makeup work.
She was just laid flat out too. So we know they were cannibalistic, and if they weren't able to feed, they would basically just like croak and like fall out and die, from what I remember.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happened to that one bitch.
The best kind of zombie apocalypse.
Where they just like peter out if they get starved, like they can actually starve.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, you watch The Walking Dead, and those motherfuckers have been literally walking around for 13 years now.
Yeah.
This is why you just chop off their heads. It's number one way.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's definitely a watch. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Holy shit! And thank you for showing it to us. That was great, man.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Thank you for watching with me. That was it was a good time. I enjoy watching that movie every single time. It never gets old. Well, I mean, it'd probably get old if I watched it every month or something, but other than that, it's always a fun one to bring to other people. And I'm glad you guys liked it as much as you did. I knew it was either going to be a I really enjoyed this or a God that sucked kind of thing. Like, I don't think there's any in between for this movie.
No, I still want to watch the
specific.
Thing. I still want to watch the Thing.
Ah, yes. We were supposed to do that as a double feature, but I got a little late, and honestly, we didn't have enough of a turnout for that one to really make it worth it to stick around.
Yeah.
But we will watch the Thing soon.
Oh,
Midnight Movie Madness is every Monday on the Discord server here at Clear World Radio. We get together around midnight Eastern Standard Time, and we watch a movie. Just hang out. All October long, we've been trying to do double features for a little thing I called the Road to Halloween, which was just supposed to be a celebration of classic horror films and a couple of modern classics or cult classics that I slipped in there, like Pontypool, for instance. So next week, let me get to our schedule real quick. Let me see.
I got it right here.
Do you? What do we watch? Is next week Nightmare on Elm Street?
It is indeed.
Yes. So we will be watching the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and we will be watching Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So we will be literally doing both ends of the series.
Perfect.
That sounded like, was that Nickelback?
Yeah, we got Nickelback says, Big Chungus killed Bin Laden. All right, guys, hear me out. Big Chungus technically killed Osama Bin Laden since he is God. He created the person who killed Bin Laden. We should and shall not forget what he did for us, Big Chungus.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, Nickelback for America.
Praise be to the Chungus.
Praise
Nickelback Chungus 2028. What?
I'm
Chungus
voting.
headlining for Nickelback?
What? Way. That's exactly what America needs right there. Either that or Fred Durst as president. I still think that'd be funny as fuck. The guy from Limp Bizkit, of course.
Yeah.
Would be great as president. He would just be fantastic.
Oh, I mean, he'd do it all for the nookie.
Come on.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
So you can take that cookie.
You can shove it up here.
Yeah.
All right. It's time for me to leave.
All right. Okay.
All right,
Bye.
Dave. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Love y'all.
Love you too. Bye. All right.
All right. That's the end of Pontypool.
Yep.
We got one more little section for you, and then we're gonna call it a night. Do we have a graphic for this one?
For the what the hell?
What the hell?
What
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
hell?
what the hell? Hold on.
I just wanted to mention, because, I have not seen Nightmare on Elm Street. So.
None of them?
None of them. I'm ashamed.
All right, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That should be fun. All right, that's going to be interesting because we're watching the very first one and the most recent one. well, the most recent one in the original timeline. They did a remake in 2010, but it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, okay.
It was
Yeah,
just
just
really
show me the
bad.
good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. That's good. All right, so what the hell?
What the hell is going on with Friday the 13th, everybody? So I know we're basically a week late for this one, but I wanted to interestingly, we've had a bit of a a horror renaissance when it comes to classic characters. We had a new Texas Chainsaw flick with Leatherface. Michael Myers has been used quite a bit lately. We had a new trilogy. Now we're getting a TV show. Chucky's had a TV show, like I mentioned before. Um, Really, the only two characters we haven't heard much from is Jason from Friday and Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
And now it seems that the Friday the 13th problem might have sorted itself out now because if you remember, back in 2009 was the last Friday the 13th film, and that was the remake that Platinum Dunes made. It had Sam Winchester from Supernatural.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He was searching for his sister. It was a very interesting take. Jason was a fucking beefy badass in that film. He had like underground tunnels built and shit like that.
Oh.
It was pretty good. It was a cool take on it. And I remember in 2010 they announced a sequel, but then less than 6 months later they announced that it was canceled. And that was the last time that we heard from this franchise or saw any sort of news really. And that ends up because it looks like the rights were torn between Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham between the years of 2018 and 2022. So Victor Miller wrote the original script for Friday the 13th. Sean Cunningham was the producer. So they were battling it out in court for a very long period of time. It affected the video game that came out, but it looks like things have been settled because, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a Friday the 13th prequel series over at Peacock.
Oh yeah.
Called Crystal Lake. And you know who's show running it?
Who?
Brian Fuller, the gentleman behind Hannibal.
Oh.
Yes. Mr. Fuller created one of the most, or adapted Hannibal and turned it into one of the most beautiful shows, cinematography-wise, I've ever seen, honestly.
Which is what especially we're currently watching on Wednesdays.
Yeah, we are watching that in the Discord server as well on Wednesdays. It's our second deep series dive. Our first was Twin Peaks. You can go back and watch the Twin Peaks Celebration special where we spend an entire episode talking about it. And we'll do the same for Hannibal once we finish it.
Yep.
We're halfway through season 2. There's only 3 seasons, sadly. So we're getting close. We're literally halfway through with the series. But that same gentleman that made such a beautiful, beautiful show with Hannibal is now in charge of Friday the 13th. And I am so fucking pumped for this because Peacock has given it a straight to series order.
Oh.
The exact plot details are being kept under wraps, although it is described as an expanded prequel. The show will be written by Brian Fuller, who is also the showrunner and an executive producer.
Okay.
Victor Miller, who penned the original film, like I mentioned earlier, will also be an executive producer, along with a couple other people that I don't know, and A24. A24 will also serve as the studio behind the series. So not only do you have Brian Fuller running this thing, you've got A24 serving as the production house.
Damn, she's stacked.
Yeah, this is going to be insane.
Do you have a visual to screen share here? Or...
is it not, oh.
I'm screen sharing, I just don't see. Oh. Excuse me.
Let's see. Did that fix it?
Well, no, I see your screen share. I just don't, it's just the document.
Oh. I thought I changed it. I just changed the window to... I see the, I saw the article up there. 1 second.
Okay.
Fix that real quick by sharing my screen again. Here we are. Where the fuck did it go? Huh. Okay, 1 second. Sorry everybody, a little bit of technical difficulties here. No worries though, because we have it fixed right there. Is that showing up for you, Des?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, cool. So, like you said, she's stacked. We've got A24 as the production house. We've got Brian Fuller show running. And not only that, I also saw this other article over here. Let's open this one and move it to the other. The puppies are, they're unruly. You're good. Okay, so this was something I was very excited to see. Crystal Lake, Kevin Williamson and Adrian King are both involved now. Kevin Williamson is the gentleman that wrote Scream, and Scream 2, and Scream 3, and Scream 4. So not only do you have him, he was basically the king of the teenage horror stuff back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I Know What You Did Last Summer, I'm pretty sure was him. Maybe The Faculty. I think The Faculty was his as well. Great writer. So we've got him confirmed to write at least one episode. And on top of that, Adrian King is coming back, and if you don't know who that is, she was the original, one of the OG final girls from Friday the 13th from the first film. She played, I think her name was Alice, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to get this wrong.
Alice. I think I saw
right.
Alice.
Alice Hardy.
Yeah,
Alice Hardy. So we don't know if she's probably not coming back to play that character, but she has been cast. But the role that she's going to be playing has
yeah, because it's a prequel.
Yes. So all we know is she will have a recurring role.
Okay.
So Fuller has pitched 4 seasons of Crystal Lake. Only one officially ordered so far, though he notes that Peacock would have to pay a pretty hefty penalty if they don't order a season 2.
Oh.
Asked if he can confirm Pamela's role, Jason's mother, in the Crystal Lake series, Brian Fuller replied, "We're honestly going to be covering it all. The series is covering the life and times of these 2 characters." Presumably he's referring to Pamela and Jason there.
Yeah.
I saw another interview with Mr. Fuller where he basically said that if it's up to him, he's going to do before the first film, and if they'll let him, he'll take it to space.
What?
Because the last Jason film before
Jason
the remake was Jason X, which was literally Jason in space.
Yeah.
They unfroze him and brought him onto this ship. I mean, it's got one of my favorite kills on it because he puts this chick's head into like a cryogenic freezer and then just
smashes it.
Hits it on the fucking thing and she explodes. Great kill. But I'm very excited for this because if anybody can actually take... a lot of people don't take Friday the 13th very seriously, and I don't blame them. It probably is the biggest horror franchise with the most duds, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got the Scream Factory Blu-ray box set out there with all of them, and I love watching all of them, but there's some clunkers in there. They're definitely not all films that you would write home about. So if there's anybody that can take a sort of lackluster run of films and turn it into something that is thoroughly engaging and uh, pleasing to the eye, like aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
We know Mr. Fuller brings gorgeous cinematography to everything he does. The dialogue that he writes is solid. It sounds like real people talking, which is very important to me.
And the care he puts in the source material too.
Yeah.
Like this is the story I always wanted to hear about Friday the 13th. Like I don't necessarily care about all the killing stuff. I was always like, wait, no, what happened? What happened at Crystal Lake?
Yes. Jason being tormented and teased basically by the rest of the campgoers because of he was a little slow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I want to see them torture the kid.
Yeah. And then you know, I still don't. There's still a lot of people that don't even realize that the first Friday the 13th film doesn't even really have Jason in it, except for this one shot that you're seeing on screen right now.
Yeah.
Which is the very end of the film, and it's just supposed to be a shock scare to end the film, which is him jumping out of the lake where he drowned.
Yeah.
But he's not even the killer in the first film. The first film, the killer is his mother.
Yeah.
And on top of that, hell, you don't even get. When we picture Jason Voorhees, we picture the hockey mask.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't even get the hockey mask until the third film. The second film, he's literally walking around with a bag over his head.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
A burlap sack. That's like that he cut eye holes into. So
yeah,
you know, there's a lot of lore there that that Mr. Fuller can pick up on and turn into something beautiful.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, it's most definitely Mr. Brian Fuller. I'm very confident in this series. So I hope it lasts a long time. That's all I can say.
Let me ask you. Do you think if the original movie didn't have that jump scare at the end, that little like taste of Jason, do you think it would have like continued to be as big of a franchise?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I mean, you know, if we didn't get the jump scare from Jason there at the end, there would be no Pamela Voorhees coming back. Like, she can't. I mean, she's dead. So that's actually a good point. If Mr. Miller wouldn't have put that jump scare in at the end of the screenplay, then
like that's just
I'm
a big
not
like.
sure we would have
what the
franchise.
Yeah,
that's a good point, Des. I never even really thought about that because you know, before that scene, it was just literally a straight story, no supernatural elements or anything, of just a mother scorned trying to get revenge for what these kids did to her child.
Yeah, and it kind of like, you know, all finishes up in a nice little bow with a happy ending, and then all of a sudden like, psych, bitch.
Yeah.
Here's a franchise.
It's a very like serene scene because she's like, you know, she's tracing her hand in the water and everything like that, and you think, oh, she survived, everything's cool, then end.
Yeah.
So without that scene, I think you're onto something there. I don't think it would have. We might have, you know, somebody might have still had the idea of, well, what if that Jason kid was actually alive?
Yeah.
Or, you know, what if we just bring that Jason kid back with magic? You know, like,
I don't think it would have flied that much. Like, because you get people watching the first movie and it's that one little tiny blip at the end that you're just like, wait a second, what the fuck did I just watch? I have questions now that need answering. And that is like,
so
how's he still alive? Yeah, like there's magic involved now, and I had no idea this whole time. And if you would have, done that in part 2, people would have been like, okay, you're just making shit up to bring him back. But you establish in 1 that there's something more.
That's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
Wow, that kind of blew my mind a little bit. I never thought about that.
Hey.
But you're right. You're right. I don't think it would have. I definitely don't think it would have worked as well, at least.
Yeah, and I wonder if they
If
knew that
anything.
going in. Like,
I'm not sure.
or if it was just like, one more thing at the end. Let's just like fuck them up at the end. And didn't realize.
Friday the 13th, basically, the first film was basically like, they were trying to cash, if I'm not mistaken, they were trying to cash in really quick on Halloween.
Yeah. There wasn't like any forethought, like
Yeah.
the implications that last little scene had on the whole story. Maybe they didn't even think about that. They were just like, you know what we need at the end? We just need like a guy coming out of the water. Without like any thought of like what that meant.
That probably could have.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I forgot Kevin Bacon was in the first one. He's got a great death. Okay, yeah, like, here we go. Prompted by the success of John Carpenter's Halloween in 1978, director Sean Cunningham put out an advertisement to sell the film in Variety in early 1979, while Miller was still drafting the screenplay. After casting the film in New York City, filming took place in Jersey in the summer of '79 on an estimated budget of $550K. Damn.
Okay.
Bidding war ensued over the film, ending with Paramount Pictures acquiring the film for domestic, while Warner Brothers secured international. Major box office success, like we thought, of course. Let's see if I want to see here real quick. In addition to them, let's see. I wonder if there is a mention of that final jump scene being in there. Yeah, here we go. The idea of Jason appearing at the end of the film was initially not used in the original script. In Miller's final draft, the film ended with Alice merely floating on the lake. Jason's appearance was actually suggested by makeup designer Tom Savini.
Go Tom! Hell yeah.
Tom Savini's a fucking legend already.
Get it. Yeah.
He's one of the best makeup designers in the business. So now we get to credit him possibly with Friday the 13th being an actual franchise. Holy shit. Savini stated that the whole reason for the cliffhanger at the end was I had just seen Carrie, so we thought that we need a chair jumper like that, and I said, let's bring in Jason.
Genius.
Good point.
Genius.
There you go. Wasn't even in the first one.
And it's just inspired by everything else that was going on at the time in horror too. So that's very cool. I didn't even know that trivia. Now we know.
Me either.
Very cool.
I like the original screenplay title, A Long Night at Camp Blood. That's a great name.
I love Camp Crystal Lake merchandise though.
Oh yeah.
It's just
fucking great. Okay. So I think we have arrived at the time where we are going to start wrapping it up by a little bit of a music performance to close things out. Des, can you throw me up a BRB screen so I can strap on this Get Fiddle one last time?
You got it.
everybody. We've gotten to that part of the night. It's time to wrap things up. And to do that, guitars are notoriously do not like temperature fluctuations, and this guitar has gone from air conditioning to in here where it's super hot, blah blah blah, wood compressing, whatever, all that stuff. Anyways, all right, gonna play 2 songs for y'all, then I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm tired. I want to get stoned and go to bed.
Word.
So.
What are you playing first?
Curtain Call. Yeah, curtain call. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time that you call, I think of all those lies you told. And every word that you speak starts like an avalanche all over me. And I keep your picture in a frame, just like nothing's ever changed. Crossing these lines time after time, we'll fall together, committing these crimes. So when you say you wanna go, why can't you leave me the fuck alone? Curtains are closed, baby, it's last call. Have yourself a drink, drive yourself back home. And all of these voices in my head, they won't let me forgive and forget. And I seek some peace, baby, what do I get? Just the same old existence. And I always wonder, could have been if you never played pretend. I told you I loved you, what did you do? Just turn around, fucked off out the room. So when you say you wanna go, why can't you leave me the fuck alone? Curtains are closed, baby, it's last call. Have yourself a drink, drive yourself back home. Have yourself a drink, drive yourself back home. Have yourself a drink, drive yourself back home. Drive yourself back home. One second, trying to find a guitar pick. Okay, here we go. Alright, this song's called Melting Point. I'm gonna close it out here for you. Sorry, the capo's not wanting to cooperate. This one's old, man. I've had this capo since, Jesus, 2009. My other one's on my electric guitar, and that's at my practice space right now, so sorry. All right, Melting Point. Take 2.
Outside, pouring rain. Inside, lovers change always. Being the one that you always lead me on. I know that you care, but somehow I'm not there always. Being the one that you always lead me on, but you don't know a single thing about me. Tried so hard, but you never really opened up, so we could sit here discussing our past. But I'm so tired of putting you first and myself last. 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 Most days feel the same, all these others feel ashamed always. Hold me close, don't you ever let me go this time. Think I know what I couldn't show the first time that we met this last time. I forget, but you don't know a single thing about me. Tried so hard, but you never really opened up, so we could sit here discussing our past. But I'm so tired of putting you first and myself last. Last. Outside, pouring inside, lovers change always. Be the one that you always leave me on this time. Think you know what I couldn't show first time that we met this last time. Thanks. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in to Clear World Radio. We'll see you next week. Take care.